Howdy y'all. I know these videos can get kind of boring, and so a couple things to spice them up just a little bit. If you know how Trader Joe's, I hope it's in other states that they do this, Trader Joe's usually hides a mascot each day in a different spot for anybody who wants to look and try to find. And so we'll hide this guy. This is Daffy from Jess, and he has a special necklace on. Not usually allowed, but in this case we'll allow it. withLovemusic.org. It's for a band called withLove, and their name comes from the wonderful scripture, part of which is do everything with love. And that's 1 Corinthians, I believe, 16:14. And so he'll be hidden somewhere each time that we have a video, and also from the back I'll bring a book that I'll just identify for y'all. So an example will be this one. And so that is our first example. So we'll be doing those from now on, as well as doing any other interesting readings and interesting facts. And so for today, we will be reading Korah, about Korah, and it'll be in Numbers 16. Okay. You tell me what you think. There's a lot to think about this. Please tell me what you think, and you don't even have to tell me, but don't forget these words. Now Korah the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi or Levi, with Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On the son of Peleth, the sons of Reuben, took, and they rose up before Moses, together with some of the sons of Israel, 250 leaders of the congregation, chosen in the assembly, men of renown. They assembled together against Moses and Aaron, and said to them, You have gone far enough, for all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and Yahweh is in their midst. So why do you exalt yourselves above the assembly of Yahweh? When Moses heard, he fell on his face. And he spoke to Korah and all his company, saying, Tomorrow morning Yahweh will show who is his and who is holy, and will bring near to himself. Even the one whom he will choose, he will bring near to himself. Do this. Take censers for yourselves, Korah and all your company, and put fire in them, and lay incense upon them in the presence of Yahweh tomorrow. And the man whom Yahweh chooses, the one who is holy. You have gone far enough, you sons of Levi, or Levi. Then Moses said to Korah, Hear now, you sons of Levi. Is it not enough for you that the God of Israel has separated you from the congregation of Israel, to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of Yahweh, and to stand before the congregation to minister to them, and that he has brought you near, and all your brothers, sons of Levi, with you? And are you seeking for the priesthood also? Therefore you and all your company are gathered together against Yahweh. But as for Aaron, who is he that you should grumble against him? Then Moses sent a summons to Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab. But they said, We will not come up. Is it not enough that you have brought us up out of a land flowing with milk and honey, to have us die in the wilderness, but you would also lord it over us? Indeed, you have not brought us into a land flowing with milk and honey, nor have you given us inheritance of fields and vineyards. Would you put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. Then Moses became very angry, and said to Yahweh, Do not regard their offering. I have not taken a single donkey from them, nor have I done harm to any of them. Moses said to Korah, You and all your company be present before Yahweh tomorrow, both you and they along with Aaron. Each of you take his fire pan and put incense on it, and each of you bring his censer before Yahweh, 250 fire pans. and you and Aaron, each his firepan. So they each took his censer and put fire on it and laid incense on it. And they stood at the doorway of the tent of meeting with Moses and Aaron. I might have to take care of Honey Buddy. Come on. Come, buddy. Come, Papa. I'll be right back. Okay, I might have to take care of him more in a second, but okay. Yep, I'll have to take better care. I'll be right back. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, sweetheart. He might settle down for now. Okay. Thus Korah assembled all the congregation against them at the doorway of the tent of meeting, and the glory of Yahweh appeared to all the congregation. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them instantly. But they fell on their faces and said, O God, God of the spirits of all flesh, when one man sins, will he be angry with the entire congregation? Then Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the congregation, saying, Get back from around the dwellings of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Then Moses arose and went to Dathan and Abiram, with the elders of Israel following him, and he spoke to the congregation, saying, Depart now from the tents of these wicked men, and touch nothing that belongs to them, or you will be swept away in all their sin. I'll be right back. So they got back from around the dwellings of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. And Dathan and Abiram came out, stood at the doorway of their tents, along with their wives and their sons and their little ones. Moses said, By this you shall know that Yahweh has sent me to do all these deeds, for this is not my doing. If these men die the death of all men, or if they suffer the fate of all men, Yahweh has not sent me. But if Yahweh brings about an entirely new thing, and the ground opens its mouth and swallows them up with all that is theirs, and they descend alive into Sheol, then you will understand that these men have spurned Yahweh. I think that's enough for this one. What do you think? These are the people of God. These are the ones he gives his covenant to, which he will not break. But he will be exalted in their eyes and in their midst, whether we want him to be or not. And the only way to look at God is to see him as God. If we see him any other way, if we treat any other thing like we should treat him, if we try to attain to him and exalt ourselves to him, these are things that happen. And if we don't do things His way, these are things that happen. What do you think of all this? And again, Israel and the sons of Korah, they are a special people on the earth, Israel, but they represent all of us, Jews and Gentile, in that anybody of us would have made the same mistakes they did. It's just that they were the ones that, because they made the mistakes, we all learn from their lessons. So thank God that it wasn't us, and thank God that He has good plans for Israel. And so we don't have to wallow forever. We don't even have to be unforgiving about all the things that we have seen happen to Israel, about all the things that we've seen happen to our world and in our own lives. We don't have to be unforgiving of God, because we know what He has given, and we know what He has as His reward. And so what do y'all think? I know this has been long enough. I'll finish in another video. Alright, so love y'all, and don't forget these words of the Lord. Thank you. Good day.